I went to the coffee shop to catch up with Max, another co-founder of Airwallex, and I said, I'm going to resign. Let's just do this seriously. And I met a girl who is a friend of Max called Lucy, who just resigned as an investment banker and wanted to get married and have a family in Australia. She's kind of curious about the coffee business. She's like, I want to talk to you more about coffee business and maybe I can invest in this coffee business. And then we say, let's just grab dinner, right? So we grab dinner and then, blah, blah, coffee business. I was like, actually, you know what? I'm actually going to really keep investing in this coffee business. I'm going to start a new business that really revolutionizing cross-border payments and then fundamentally changing how money moves around the world. And then she's like, tell me more about it. And, because I was like, I have the background in FX and I'm an engineer and my co-founder was like a genius engineer. I made a pitch and she's like, how much money are you raising? I'm like, I'm probably going to raise $1 million US. And she's like, what about if I give you $2 million? This is a girl that you met for the first time in your life and you only talked for like less than an hour. And then she's like offering you $2 million. I was like, for how much of the company? It's like, I'll give you $2 million for 40% of the company. Initially my reaction was, should I take it serious? But then she's like, let's meet at like 8 o'clock tomorrow and we go deep on this. So we went to the law school on, I remember Saturday. This is like the second day I met her. And she basically negotiated with me for 3 hours. By 11 o'clock, and we agreed that she's going to invest $1 million because I don't want her own 40% of the company. She's going to invest $1 million at $5 million post for 20% of the company. And her husband was there strongly against it. And she's like, we're going to use this money to buy houses and we're going to, have a family. What are you doing? She's like, I'm king and I actually wanted to join these guys. And she just pushed that through and we just end up agreed verbally that we're going to do the deal. And the crazy thing is, this is before even I resigned from my full-time job in ANZ. And this is before I even have a company registered. Then by Monday, I got a text message from my bank, which is CBA, is like, you got $1 million US wire to your personal bank account. Obviously I'll give her the bank account, but I just didn't expect that she would just wire without anything signed.
Wow. And so then you put the paperwork in place and...
Yeah, and that took months.
Yeah.
So literally I got the money, over the weekend after the first time I met her. And that ended up probably one of the best investment people ever made.
On a $9 billion valuation, if you assume a reasonable dilution, you're turning a 1 million there into $1 billion.
Yeah.